All right, welcome back. Everyone needs an Aquarius. We are back. We are back. Dom, how are you doing?
Look, y'all, I didn't say I hated Chris Brown. I think there's a misconception that's happening. And girl be making weird clips and it make it look weird. Like I be no. What I said was he needs to make a solid body of work. And then there are people that are like, oh, Breezy fans don't hate it, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, that's absolutely not true. They did say that. Like the Breezy, I don't even Team Breezy did say that.
Yeah.
It sounds like an AI generated album. Like I told y'all, the best track is the track with fucking Lucky Day. And it's just like people think that I'm hating. I'm like, no, I'm actually I'm holding an artist accountable to produce better body of work. Aren't you tired of saying I want to beat your pussy up? Don't you want to wine and dine and woo people? Don't you? Like, where's the romance? Where's the seduction? Seduce me, nigga.
No, look. I mean, I didn't know the Breezy fans would come out the woodworks like this. That was a lot.
I am just like it was at
and
one
you're a Breezy fan. People, I mean, if the people listen to the show, they know you love Sir Chris Brown.
I don't know. Listen, the message has got everybody got their favorite toxic person. At this point, I am hands off. I just said I wanted more. I somebody was like, how can you say something what something's gonna look like based on the album cover? You can absolutely say what something is going to sound like based off of an album cover. Does it make you engaged? Does it make you intrigued? Does it make you feel that, oh, I can't wait? I said, for example, when we got the Yeezus album, what it looked like. Oh, this is interesting. What is this going to sound like? What is this going to be? Solely based on the packaging alone.
Too. It speaks to what the statement of the
artist.
That's
what I'm saying. Yeah. And so the fact that people don't believe that those two things can coexist and make sense is beyond me. And
like, for instance, New Edition cover and Home Again, they wanted to look adult in that cover of like we ain't kids. So that's why they had on the
hit me off.
Yeah. No, that's not Hit Me Off's not on there. This is on
it is.
Not Home Again. I'm sorry. Any Heartbreak album. Sorry.
Okay. I think that's what you was talking about. But
Any Heartbreak.
But it was perfect.
Post Bobby, but they were bubblegum. Remember, they were bubblegum. Like don't count me out. And Mr. Telephone Man before.
Right.
They wanted to look adult.
So with that said, still I did have a good show with the Hit Me Off. That was good.
No. Look, I love Hit Me Off.
Yeah, give me that. But I saw that to say also, how come? Why do we live in a day and age where everything has to be bland and everybody has to agree? People can't have thoughts and opinions, and when you have a thought and opinion, it's automatically hate. Nobody's hating. I'm just saying that I know by this time at this person's age, their music should have elevated and given us more. He's grown.
Mm-hmm.
He's grown. And so now you're entering another bracket. Chris Brown is closer to 40 than he is to 30. That's all I'm saying. And the same thing goes for Drake. But I'm like, that's not hating. That is really what it is. It's like, okay, you have an AI generated album cover. Your album sounds AI generated.
So it tracks.
That's all. That's all. Oh, I don't hate Chris Brown. That takes up too much energy to do that. Because that means I have to care a lot. And it ain't that deep for me. I just want better music because we know that he's capable of giving us that. And somebody in the comments made a valid statement. They said that he's trying to be a one-man band and do it all, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And he needs to branch out to other, creators and all this different stuff. So, here we are. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I do have a topic I'm going to add in that we discussed over the phone. Let's talk about this Meek Mill Nike thing. As us being PR people, you more PR than me, but I had to take PR classes in undergrad.
We both did.
Yeah. So Meek Mill,
if we took ethics and media law.
Yeah. And media law was a bitch. I'm telling you that was the hardest one to me.
Okay. Can I say media law was only hard because honestly, I was like too heavy into my relationship. I missed.
Oh damn!
And so I was taking a 6-week class or 8-week class. And so it's that 3-4 hour night class.
Oh, so you didn't take it spaced out like a regular.
So I ended up doing that.
Okay.
Because I had to take it again. Nigga, the dick was too bomb. I shouldn't honestly. And then look at me now, like he was like, oh, y'all should know. Absolutely not.
All right, so let's get into it.
Okay.
Meek Mill is publicly criticizing Nike over LeBron James' Dreams and Nightmares collection, claiming that the sportswear giant appropriated his intellectual property and branding. The rapper expressed his frustration that Nike and LeBron released the apparel and LeBron 23 secret without consulting him. We talked about this a little bit over the phone, and we forgot to talk about this. But this is important because I think this is something that actually is educational for people. I mean, if we don't get to some other topics, fine, but this is educational. So I think this is a good session to kick off with before we get into the stuff. But go ahead.
Nigga, this is made into Women's Wear Daily.
I'm sorry?
So this whole Meek Mill Nike Women's Wear Daily is like a reputable publication. So it's just interesting that like certain things that we look at as like hip hop culture, like black, like it happens all the time, but this is a big deal. It's really mainstream to make it into Women's Wear Daily, which I've been featured in their other publication, Beauty Inc. at BeautyCon a few years back with my long blonde hair and my blue lipstick. But I saw that to say, we talked about this. I hit you up because as it was brought to the forefront, and I posed several questions to you. Is this copyright infringement? Are they infringing upon his brand, his copyright? But we find out that a trademark was filed recently by Meek Mill and his team regarding Dreams and Nightmares, which is shocking, by the way, because
it wasn't already done.
Exactly. Niggas don't know, but whatever. So he took to Twitter and said to express his displeasure with Nike for using the moniker commonly associated with him. So Nike just gonna take my whole brand and mash it up with LeBron, he wrote. What is this? Why couldn't anybody holler at me? I thought this he said I thought the sneakers were fake. So as the booming opener to his 2012 album of the same name, Dreams and Nightmares, is popular in both music worlds and the sports world. Pitchfork put it. People said mad at me about bringing up the Pitchfork article, but we're gonna go back to Pitchfork. Put it at number 2 for its list of best songs of the 2010s, and it served as the anthem for the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl run in 2018.
What they put as number 1? Do you know what? Let me look it up.
I don't know. But the LeBron 23 Dreams and Nightmares released Tuesday as part of Nike's ongoing series of 23 colorways tied to the different moments in James's career. So as it is with all other sneakers, a coordinated basketball and graphic t-shirt also went up for sale. So yeah, so this is an interesting conversation surrounding this. And so yeah, so what's weird about it is like we said, for them to do a collaboration with like this, why not just call Meek Mill? We know, especially like and walk with me, especially knowing that LeBron James and Drake are no longer friends. So it would be interesting to see this come together. I don't know, was it something that potentially, because we know that Nike also has Drake on their roster, but is it a thing where we're like, we don't want to make Drake upset, and we have a whole beef falling out with Drake, and he's turning around trying to sue us? You know, so I find that interesting that a call wasn't placed to him. But I want to know this, like, as we talk about, I want to make sure I say this, have the correct information. Copyright. And so, I'm I'm trying to look it up because I just want to make sure
Yeah.
that I want to make sure that we have this right. And so, yes, so Meek Mill did not file the copyright, the trademark for this until 10 days ago. So he doesn't hold it. So we are correct. He does not hold it.
Oh, so he just filed for it, so it doesn't even exist yet.
So, and we know that you and I spoke about this. Nike checked this before they likely did it, but I still think it's fucked up.
It's fucked up, but
it's hella fucked up. So, guys, technically, in the sense, because we know this to be affiliated with this person, and now there's no trademark, so they're not infringing technically upon his copyright. He is on the street level. Nike is for sure.
Yes, exactly.
They are.
There you go. Yep.
So in the sense of this, because we know this to be his moniker, it is his top song. It has transcended across different genres, like we said,
generations. You know how many kids like to come out to that for like Xander was dancing for Judy Best, like they did the graduation for all the girls. Every 3 girls came out to that as their last song, and these girls, this is only 3 years ago.
Okay, so with that said, since there is no legal trademark, technically, does his body of work become his technically poor man's copyright? And for people, I want people to know what poor man's copyright is. And it's pretty much you don't legally go through the process to file. In this case, he would technically mail, date, sign, whatever, get possibly notarized, whatever, mail it to himself. That gives him the copyright. But in this case, since it's been everywhere, this is now his IP. But we don't know if he just got the trademark.
Now, Rick Ross had into a situation with the real Rick Ross over this similar situation like this. Rick Ross tried to the old drug dealer, Rick Ross tried to sue Rick Ross and lost because his name was public.
Yeah.
Because remember, at one point, Rick Ross was going by Ricky Rose while that court case was going on. If you remember, he changed his name for a minute to Ricky Rose.
Okay.
Because they had put an injunction on him from using the name Rick Ross.
Okay.
Until the court case was over.
Okay.
So it's one of those things where it's open, and if you didn't trademark it and only 10 days ago, it makes it look like you only did it because Nike dropped something.
Or maybe he wasn't aware of how important it was. No one told him which is crazy. I don't know what his team looked like. But like we know that he's previously been selling merchandise with this. Like he has profited off of this. But I'm also really interested to know from the Nike standpoint and from the LeBron standpoint, why wouldn't you partner with Meek Mill? Like it only makes sense. It literally it makes sense because LeBron, that's not your brand.
I'm just wondering if it was a financial thing, like I told you, like, or Meek. Let's say Meek didn't know, and let's say I'm his manager, the agent. They holler at me and they be like, "Hey man, we really want to get Meek involved with this Dreams and Nightmares theme. It's LeBron, blah blah blah." As I'm thinking this through, 2 things could have may have happened. One could have been they wanted more involved, or he wanted more involvement in stuff that was going off, like a video or commercials and merch and all this.
I mean, it would make sense.
But Nike may not want to cut that check. That's what I'm saying. Now,
yeah, I mean, I would think that as just it. To be honest, I'm gonna be honest. It's kind of weird on LeBron James's part, as a whole, because that's not necessarily his moniker. Like that's not your brand, and then to do, and not saying that somebody's music can't be your, like clearly you've had played that in your headphones in a finals game, probably multiple times, if we could be completely honest. But for me to take something that has been so impactful in the last 10, 12 years, you know what I mean? And just put your name on it is weird. It's weird. I mean, and it's almost as weird as us knowing that he don't know the lyrics to a lot of songs and not reading books. Like when he was supposed to be reading Malcolm X.
What if DOC never got into that car accident? What if Ice Cube didn't leave NWA? What if the game never leaves G-Unit? What if Teddy Riley never moves to Virginia? What if we got that J. Cole and Kendrick album? What if the RZA would have never had that flood? How would the hip-hop world sound today? Welcome to Hip Hop What Is, the podcast where we dive into the biggest what could have beens in hip-hop history. From iconic album delays to game-changing partnerships that never happened. We reimagine the culture we love and explore its alternative paths. And you are now at Hip Hop What Is.
Like, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it doesn't make sense. He didn't need to do this. So like, why not also like, you know, like I get your standpoint because it's similar to what what just happened to Keith Lee and the project, like what was some project with the Wayans brothers or something, whomever it was, and they asked for like some 6-figure number or you know, and it wasn't. He was like, wait a second, I didn't sign off on that, I didn't do that or whatever, that never made it to me. You know what I mean? So the deal with that person that, you know, on the receiving end.
But I think that he might have a case though, a de facto case.
But I'm saying, like, we all know that because it causes, so in this case, guys, so we're going to add another term. This is customer confusion.
Good one. Yep.
Because to the average person that might not even know that this is now a thing, they might say, oh shit, yeah, I caught this t-shirt because it's like that Meek Mill LeBron James t-shirt or the sneakers. They got a collab. And in this case, this nigga even thought the shit was fake. I didn't know that this was a real. So now you're causing customer confusion. And then you could even probably go as far as, which, I mean, in this case, it technically wouldn't, but it would be customer dilution because now it dilutes
whatever you have to do. But then I'm gonna flip it back on Meek, and then like you said, the people around you hanging out with the billionaire dude that owns the Sixers and all this kind of stuff. How didn't they be like, hey, Meek, do you have trademark on Dreams and Nightmares? Why didn't nobody not? I mean, maybe they did. I don't know. But like he's hanging with the guy that owns not Lids, the hat company, New Era, the hat company, and he owns the Philadelphia 76ers, and he's the one that helped them get out of jail as well. Peace to that brother for that. He's the one that people saying he'd be culture vulture too, though, hanging out with black people, but his white partner.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, but I'm thinking he is all about. He has to get trademark to get all this sports stuff. Maybe he did. I don't know.
But also,
and he hanging out with Robert Kraft,
and you hanging out with Jay-Z and them. Jay-Z,
I'm trying to figure out how you already.
I'm like, how did nobody say, hey, like this is your thing? This is an iconic.
I know you don't want to spend that $100,000 to do it, but go ahead and do it.
Well, now it costs them more.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying if he did it back then and got it copyright registered, because there's different levels to.
Yeah, because it would have been nothing, maybe a couple $100, if that.
No. Get it registered, like with the R, is a different price. That you got to have lawyers go through. Like they get to check everybody in the world to see if anybody owns a Dreams and Nightmares anyway. It's like a long process.
Yeah, but I mean, just to have the like the copyright.
Yeah, no. He could have got that easily, but I'm supposed to register.
And then you go and you do the next, you know.
But Nike wouldn't even have done this if he had a register. They would have been. Now, some could think on the back end he could get a de facto judgment out of them because they just don't want to deal with this and be like, "Fuck it, Meek, here go $200,000."
Dreams and Nightmares is worth more than that.
I'm just saying they could. Does Meek take that if they just like, you know what, we fucked up. We'll cut you a check for $200,000 right now, Meek, if you just drop your lawsuit or whatever you're trying to do. Yeah. We'll make you right.
But that's even if he goes as far as suing him. I don't know if at this point, I don't know.
Because a lawyer gonna charge you per hour or two for something, and that might go on for 3, 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah, I don't think for him.
Yeah, good point.
I would just be like, I would send that. What they should do is just first send the cease and desist. Like you have to kind of start there. Or just say at this point, it's already, they not gonna pull it. Nike gonna want their money for whatever was produced for that anyway. So at this point, they should just be polite and like you said, cut him something. But $200,000 is chump change, considering how much Meek Mill has profited off of that song alone.
I mean,
but this goes back to us talking about, like we said, handling your business and being aware, because you just never know what it is. Because you remember when Drea when British was on Basketball Wives. So Dre used to have this line. I don't know if she still has it. Fine ass girls. Because that was a whole nother thing, and it's the abbreviation for it. But British found out, went to see if she had that copy, like trademarked all that, and she didn't. And British bought it.
Oh.
So technically, anything she did under that, British could send the cease and desist to.
Oh, damn.
But she was nice enough to give it to her. But I was like, man, that could have been your line the whole, like, that next season. That would have secured. I'm like, girl, I would have had that secure my seat as the next season. But I ain't giving you shit. This is my storyline. And we just gonna be going to war about me consistently sending you a cease and desist, bitch.
Oh man. All right, let's get into it. Since we're talking about Meek Mill, we gotta talk about Jay-Z's freestyle at the Roots Picnic this past weekend. I'm gonna play it here, and then me and Dom are gonna discuss it because I think it's interesting. It's interesting.
Hattie's turning 100. If she would have transitioned before I cleared my name, I would have hunted them. Every one of them playing these silly games. That 1-800 ambulance chaser would have wished one came. But 911 is a joke. Public enemy #1, I've been ranked. The rock's not crumbling. The leprechauns have magically run out of pranks. Your son on a federal jail line mumbling something about having too much in his drink. You know how dumb that is? Another one fumbled his, wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth, and somehow I'm the one who done it. It's a murder mystery game. You had to cash cow and thunk it. Was you who punked his? I'm the one who strung the pain. That hill you can die on is way too much flack that comes from those planes. I'm killing them softly. What's understood don't need to be explained. You want it one way, it's the other. I still on you suckers, I maul you niggas gang. I ain't much for me, it's no how. Cancel the brunches, I remember the hunger pain. The price of the bricks going up. It's gonna cost you a beat to even say my name. Heard of a wonder king? My children and some of them, have you niggas no shame? Y'all trying to get under skin? I really get under skin as unharmed player. Y'all thugs with y'all thumbs again. Everybody think they're the ones insane. You're no maniac. Watch y'all saniac in my presence, nigga shrink. I need a new therapist. This shit is not working. I'm truly on the brink. Y'all better not encourage him. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. That nut-ass nigga still stuttering. That chatty patty down on his luck again. Quest introducing me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still fuck with him. You wonder why I do the freestyle rehearsal. That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her king can't even take their kids. Enough of them. A rapper can't be my eye. I got MAGA Republicans.
I'll pause it there. People thought that he was messing up. He was making funny.
No, he was. We got the gist of it. I don't want us to get flagged and have to cut this out because technically it's complex logo on there. I don't want us to get in trouble. Though it's everywhere on the internet.
Yep.
Absolutely, nigga. He was.
Yeah.
He was definitely making fun of her. And I mean, it would have been funny if he kind of would have did her accent a little bit, but
he did the way her little motions and stuff.
He did her little stems.
Yeah,
so as we call them, because everybody stems. You know.
Now, what do you give this freestyle? 1 to 10.
Now, I want to lead with I am no rap connoisseur like you.
Right.
Yeah,
you go first.
Y'all the connoisseurs. I'm gonna say it's, first of all, I want to start with, I was kind of shocked that he even addressed a lot of fluff that's been, like riffraff. Like I was surprised that he even addressed it, because we're used to him not saying anything at all. Him, Beyonce, at this point in the game, they don't normally acknowledge stuff like that. But I could tell that people starting to really get on his nerves and getting under his skin.
Mm-hmm.
And we're getting like which I think might be really good, especially because we know we're about to embark on like the shows at Barclays and everything, and which likely means like there's also those the anniversary of like Blueprint and all this stuff. Not Blueprint, Reasonable Doubt. We'll probably get a new maybe a new album or a re-release with bonus tracks or something, maybe, first of all, so I'm gonna say like a 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. I enjoyed it for what it was. I chuckled. I know that they're, like the Iceman's fans. It's like, oh my God, he took the bait. He's so stupid. Da, 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 da. And it's just like, that ain't even what y'all think that is. It's more so, but like how he went at Nicki, and like how people like the double entendre with
the kin.
Ooh,
that's the best part of it.
Right. And I'm like, you talking about Ken because his name Kenneth Petty, but then K-I-N, his, so I think that
and and the third one, it's a third one. Ken Doll.
Oh, I see. I didn't
know because she calls herself a Barbie, yo Ken. Because Barbie and Ken is a triple. That's why I said that part is so dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you teach me?
Yeah, it was a triple entendre.
So I say all that to say, I think that like that's one of the things where it's interesting to see. We haven't seen Ho perform for real, like in a minute.
6 years.
Yeah, I'm like
on a solo tip, not like just popping out with Beyonce or something.
But I think it's interesting watching the conversation surrounding this just as a whole. And like the divisiveness that's happening still. Like I sent you the whole thing that people was trying to say Maul like was like saying whatever or was acted out, and he was like, I was at home watching basketball.
Yeah, because they said that Tasha K was trying to say that they got kicked out by Jay-Z or something.
Yeah, which wasn't true. And Maul came out and said, I was at home watching the game. And then it was like somehow JD is now involved, and it's like you got to pick a side, Maul. Like, calling on FaceTime, yelling in the club, all this stuff. I'm just like, what is going on? Like what is really going on? And is this my question to you is, I mean, I sent you the clip that is from, like Rory and Mal. What are your thoughts on that? And then, we go back because like I said, it's a lot happening.
Yeah, it's a lot
outside.
I mean, normally I don't mess with the brother Maul. I'm on the record saying that. But I mean, because they were talking about, I guess they were making fun of Jay-Z's hair. Now, I do have issues with thinking Jay-Z's hair might not be real. I've been on the record for that too, from years ago. But people don't understand you can't comb out dreads though.
I don't know why this is new information.
I'm surprised how many people don't know that, because I have to. I'm going to probably be doing some of my hair in a minute, so that's been a thought of mine to do that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you stopped getting it locked up top, so I don't know what you're doing.
You said what?
You stopped getting it redone up top, or did you get it redone recently?
Yeah. Well, I'm finna do something else with it, but
okay. Because I was
I'm not gonna tell her. I'll tell you offline.
I like surprises. No, surprise me. And I don't like
you can comb them out now. That process, depending on because I actually saw a video with the young lady, the loctician that did his hair, and they said it took 2 days.
No, 4 days.
4 days. Okay.
It took 4 days.
You saw the same video then.
No, she tweeted it. Also tweeted
okay. Because I saw one.
Oh, yeah. Because that was the funny running joke was like when everybody saw it, it was like, oh, this is sacred promo, you know, Beyonce's hair care line. And then it actually really was.
Put it up online. I had to Google it. I didn't know what that was.
Oh, I use sacred. So I have if you go,
I didn't know what it was. I had to look it up.
Yeah, it has a lot. I like it because it's very moisturizing, and it doesn't. What happens with my texture is sometimes products that are overly moisturizing leave a film on my hair, and this does not leave a film on my hair. So I like that. I didn't use it today, so y'all be like, oh, he's looking. No, bitch, I didn't use it today. So
but you can comb out your locks. You can do that. You can do that. So people, you can do that. Now it hurts too, though. Like I've read that some people have actually went under anesthesia even for they won't feel it hurt because it hurts. Like it's like it can hurt depending on how tender-headed you are. Just like anybody. Or not necessarily anesthesia. That's maybe too much, but like laughing gas or something like that to like calm their nerves down because it can hurt combing it out.
Yeah.
But it takes forever though. But anyway, I knew all this was gonna happen. I don't think he struck at Drake pretty hard. I think Nicki and Kanye and Dame took it the worst.
Yeah, for sure.
Like that. I mean,
for sure.
A little bit of shit about Drake. The Nicki stuff was like, oh, yo, like you almost was like, dude, can a dude talk about a girl like that in public? Like almost not saying that he was disrespectful. I mean, she went wild on him.
Yeah, I was like, it's at this point where anybody can get it. And I, you know, like I said, I was still shocked, but I was like, damn.
Yeah. And I'm surprised Nick, as of right now, Nicki ain't said nothing on Twitter or nothing. You know, she normally got all the clapbacks in the world.
No, never mind.
No, but I think overall it was a nice 7.5. Look, this is the thing that's so messed up about Jay-Z. And it's not his, I mean, it's not his fault, but the culture's fault. There's so much bullshit around Jay-Z. I can't even be as critical as I want to be about Jay-Z because there's so many people that are so ridiculously critical all the way over here that I can't even have like a general hip-hop conversation about Jay because it's like, well, damn, man. I mean, like, y'all not even being honest to having an honest conversation because there's things I do dislike about Jay-Z. Like, this, we talked about before where he's tries to be a socio-capitalist at the same time, like trying to be a revolutionary capitalist. Like, I don't dig with that, you know.
Yeah.
And some things along those lines of how he kind of moves along those ways and some of the things he did, you know, in his business side. But he also, it's not all that bullshit y'all be saying though either. Like the Tory Lanez trying to set up his family and all that. Like, it's extreme shit. So I can't really don't be that deep. But I can't even have a general conversation about Jay-Z because y'all so ridiculous all the way over here. And it's like, well, damn, the niggas can fucking rhyme. We are not going to dispel that. He's one of the best rappers of all time. Like, let's stop it with all the bullshit. But I think this freestyle was dope. It was for him.
So wait, can we go to this real quick?
Which
the Rock is not crumbling till the leprechaun magically runs out of pranks. Your son on the federal jail line mumbling something about having too much in his drink. You know how dumb that is. And then Megan Cuniff, which is Megan the reporter, says he's got to be talking about Tory Lanez. But for the record, it was a city jail line and not a federal one.
But it's all federal use.
But you know, but that's what
I like that. That's funny. That's funny.
Like, but that's I'm like the interesting thing about all of this is like people. It's always Jay-Z, but it's like a lot of people do shit to incriminate themselves and do shit to themselves. So now when a nigga say something, it's like, oh, it didn't happen like that. Now it's like, yes, the fuck it did. Where we were all there. We saw it happen.
We heard that dude like, oh,
we heard the phone. Nigga, this is be the thing that give me I said.
And it's like
I
people
heard the phone call.
And it's so messed up because
and I don't have a hole. This is a split for my I just looking for somebody to say something.
But it's so funny. It's I mean, with all the clapbacks, it's 9 different people he dissed in these raps. It was Oshino from Oshino and Sparks, the group from State Property. He dissed him. That's the dude. He's stuttering all the time. That's Oshino because he's always doing interviews about Jay-Z stuttering, and he stutters naturally. It's his natural thing to be stuttering. He dissed Dame Dash. He got after Tony Busby. After we said Tory Lanez's father, Nicki Minaj's husband, Nicki Minaj's brother, Dame Dash, Drake. Is that the 10? I think that's it.
You already said Dame Dash.
Oh, Jaguar Wright.
Jaguar Wright. Yeah, Jaguar
Wright. And these are all, but keep in mind, these are all the people that's been fucking with him for the last 2 to 3 years in general. Like,
or longer.
And then Dame Dash came out with an interview today. If you all have seen it.
And Jaguar Wright said some bullshit. I don't even know what shit.
And hey, I know you don't like Talib Kweli, but he did have a great point. He put up a post that said 10, 15 years from now, we all none of us are going to admit that we was listening to Jaguar Wright.
I mean, no, here's the thing, because somebody from St. Louis I guess has a podcast for like Talib Kweli.
Tef Poe. Shout out to Tef Poe. Yeah, Tef Poe.
He just no. Talib Kweli need to apologize to that girl and stop harassing.
I know. I got you. I'm just saying.
That's all.
After that, you good.
Yeah, we can talk. Talib lyrics can stick to my ribs. Because that's the favorite CD that I play in my crib. You don't really know him. Why'd you lying?
Well, I mean, they said Beyonce was up in there kicking it.
Yeah, and then people was talking about, Erykah Badu was weird for like recording her leaving. I was like,
anybody can leave early because that's logistics, man. That's not.
But also, it's like anybody can be a fan. You recording somebody, whether you like it or not. I think you might be a fan.
And what if she is? That's no problem if she is a fan.
But I think people was just shocked because it's like I guess it was supposed to be some sort of like beef or whatever. Like Erykah Badu was like, "Oh, she's swagger jacking me." On the it happened like during Renaissance or whatever. And I just was like, "Oh, girl, everybody got big hats."
Oh, is that? Let me see. Let's see what the. Oh, so okay. I get. Oh, you know what? I guess it was going on 2023. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
And I think the other weird thing is that what people like the whole thing. Like I guess when Mal like was texting Drake or Rory or one of them niggas. Oh, okay. One of the Yankees. Yeah. And it was like, oh, what's going on with like his first? What's going on in his hair? Like, and it's just.
And but what did Kendrick Lamar say? Could it be the braids? like we're talking about, dog. You can't talk.
Especially when you swagger jacket Smino.
Ain't nobody said that yet about people, and maybe that's only a St. Louis thing and a West Coast thing that people that's really into music. He took a whole dude style, Smino.
That is like.
Whole
Shout out to you, Smino, because you're on tour with Wale right now.
Shout out to Smino, man.
Yes.
Shout out to Smino. St. Louis, stand up.
When we get in the next project, I guess I'll be asking for too much.
Where's the music? Stand up. Because this is the same dude that allegedly has BBL'd abs, all kind of shit. And you worried about somebody's hair?
It's
now,
weird.
I'm saying I get regular people. But Drake is one of those people.
No, but even regular, like the whole conversation surrounding his hair. It's just weird to me. I'm like,
I get it though. People don't know that you can't you can't comb out. Now, like I said, I
really thought that people knew this because that's been the thing for a minute, like a long time now.
Yeah, because I've accused them of it. I'm not gonna front. I was like, oh, those real dreads. But I'm gonna believe the sister that says she combed them out. So I can't. Look, I'm about to get off that unless I get some other thing. And I stopped conspiracy theories in 2005. Okay. So
you didn't say like 20 conspiracy theories this year.
No. Normally they're always based to something previous to 2005. If I do, or only thing I got back into the conspiracy game with was Epstein files and Diddy shit.
Okay, speaking of
Diddy, and we back. It is finally back. Everybody wants to know when we was gonna bring it back, and it was other different things that we could have, but this one is time for it. Surviving Diddy, we back, Dom. We back. So, do you want me to explain this to everybody?
You explain it because. Okay. Yeah.
Doja, they sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, girl.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to you know what I'm saying, everybody coming to watch though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
Gone.
And he do regular day jobs. Don't forget that.
This one is actually pretty. It's fucked up on one side and funny on another side. In this situation, to me, tape leaks. All right. So Diddy was dating 50 Cent's baby mother or his former girlfriend. She started dating her. She's supposedly Jane Doe 2, or was it Jane Doe 2 or 3 in the court case? Yeah. I believe.
But then allegedly they said it wasn't. So it's like.
I don't know.
All this weird back and forth.
Yeah, well, Diddy was still paying her rent or something while he was, still going through his trial, all that kind of stuff. So a male escort, Sky Diggler, who's also a corn star as well, is in the alleged video with her. He had the video. Supposedly, he let her know early that he had a copy of the video that Diddy gave to him. He needed X amount of dollars from her. She didn't give it to him. So then he gave it to another outlet. That outlet may be being Vlad TV. Vlad TV drops it. Or, no, maybe, I don't know if Vlad TV dropped it, but somehow got leaked. Vlad TV confirmed that, yeah, that's the tape that we had supposedly got on before. And in the video, the young lady, Daphne, is, pleasuring Skylar. Is Sky Diggler. And Diddy is playing with his guitar and watching them at the same time. I have not seen the video myself. I only seen the still photos. Then she has come out and released a statement. You can talk about a second. I want to read her statement. But go ahead. Give me your thoughts real quick, though, as I bring her statement. Daphne Joy is her name.
Does this not constitute as revenge porn?
The question is, where did it come from, though?
Well, if he had a copy, I get that, but it's just like, does this not constitute like you giving it to an outlet doing something because you was not paid for a service that, like, I would think that this would constitute as revenge porn and you can get sued.
Now, is it revenge porn? That's the thing, though. If this
releasing any blackmail, anything that falls under that law, and he was tried.
This is okay. I'm going to read her statement. This says, everybody plays the fool sometimes, and I've been the biggest fool. Just wanted my man at the time to be happy and satisfied. I wanted to fulfill all his desires, even if that meant breaking my own boundaries. I deeply loved him and believed he loved me too. It's so painful for me to process the harsh reality and truth of that relationship. But as time passes, and in many quiet moments, I realized that it was far from love. The recent leak was a tape I never consented to being filmed on. I was blackmailed by the person in the video and was threatened that if I didn't give him a lump sum of money, that they would leak it to the web. I also gave in to his demand, and once I didn't, I almost gave in to his demand, and once I didn't, this person eventually sold this tape to a giant media outlet. The outlet called me one day and said they had the tape and asked if I had any comment before the release. It was the first time I ever fainted. Once the media company understood the tape they purchased was revenge porn and an extortion scheme, they backed off from broadcasting it. I know they are probably reading this and I want to say thank you for doing the right thing, even though years later it came back to haunt me again. It took me all day to find the courage to rewatch my abuse. Having to watch this tape was triggering and painful because I only know the inner turmoil and pressures I felt in those moments. I was not and was never in my right mind throughout the entirety of that relationship. Seeing myself so lost is excruciating. I just want to hold that girl in the room and get her out of there and tell her that wasn't love and she didn't need to do this for love. My heart is breaking as I type this. I wish so many things were different, but can't take back the hands of time. I can only continue to move forward and slowly learn to love and trust myself again. I want to love and protect myself so much that I'll never come across such harmful environment again. This is the first time that I've ever felt part of my own body, part of my own body, and that my body belongs to me. I'm precious, I'm special, I'm worthy. This I promise to hold true to my heart for the women I am becoming and the woman I once lost. So there we go. That's her statement on the situation.
It's definitely unfortunate and sad. Like I said, they did not. We can't fully confirm if this was the girl, because we know that that's.
She said it was her. She said it was her.
No. When we were on the trial, at the trial.
Yeah. We don't know.
And they was like, then they were saying it wasn't her.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like mixed things about that. I could only hope that these words are true that she is saying, because that is a lot to take a step back to see. It's revenge porn. It is. That's why I was like, doesn't this constitute as revenge porn? Because you're extorting somebody, and because they're not like meeting your demands, now I'm going to release something. So it's, and you kind of feel bad for people like this too, because like you think about, you got a kid, sometimes like when you want to live a certain lifestyle, like she said, you boundaries, you do a lot of stuff for the love of money. Like, unfortunately, it is the root of all evil.
But that's what I would say though, Dom. I halfway feel sorry for her, but on the other side,
yeah,
you was having Diddy pay your rent while he was still in jail recently. You a part of me feels like she a part of the game too.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like, are her words true? If we can't confirm that that's her and Diddy was still paying her bills, that is, like I said, this is all allegedly, because we don't know how true that is. It's been mixed statements about that. But it's really messed up that like this happened to you, but then we, and especially if you didn't know you was being recorded. But we talk about that like, wow, because where that I saw it, and where that camera is sitting, I could see how you potentially don't know that you're being recorded. But we talk about that comes up in that case quite often.
Yeah. About
victims, people being recorded and not even aware. And it's messed up.
Yeah, man. It's just like, I feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for her son mostly, more than anything, because I believe he's in the 8th grade now too. Like, could you think? Y'all know how bad middle schoolers are, and that's the worst time to be finding out.
I mean, and Scottie Pippen and Larsa Pippen's son, like he talks about getting harassed and made fun of at school because she was, allegedly sleeping with, stepping out on his daddy and sleeping with Future.
And that was early. That was before the Marcus Jordan shit.
Yeah. So I can only imagine what you are experiencing, and people don't think about that. But people don't think sometimes, as my mom says, looking at the Z before you step into the A. Like, like what are the possible outcomes if I do this? And it just sucks, but it's, at least you allegedly being accountable. We say allegedly because we don't know.
Yeah, but it's, man, that's one of the things of like, I always pray and I always try to edify and pour into my daughter so that she never has to feel like she has to be in a situation like that.
Yeah.
Like, and that come, and real talk, man, that comes from and I don't know her father, so I don't want to say that, but I mean, I'm going to go on a limb. It was a lot of insufficient daddying going on there potentially, and and mothering too, because you have to be edifying in your children of what not like that. It ain't none of that is worth that. All the Gucci bags and the Lamborghinis and all this stuff ain't nothing in the world for you to be topping off some porn star dude, and being on tape out here for just to be able to say you got all the bread in the world, or your man's got all the bread. Like, it's just the diddler strikes again, even from jail. Even from jail, man. And think about it. If these are just a couple of different things we've heard about, I could imagine how many other tapes and other people out there are shaking in their boots, wondering if it's a tape about them going to drop at some point.
Yep. That's
I kicked it with Diddy in 2002. Shit. And I'm not talking about because we learned the Diddy parties, maybe not as the freak offs were a little bit more private than we anticipated. But I'm talking about people that may have been dealing with her on that sexual level like that. Like, damn, was it a tape in there in 02 when we used to mess around in Atlanta?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, let me call up somebody. Like, hey, did Diddy record that stuff in his house in Dallas? Oh, okay, cool. He didn't. All right. You know. But the dealer strikes again, Don. I mean, yeah, I mean, I hope.
We're danger, girl.
All right, next up, our favorite person, Anthony Edwards. We talk about how we're trying to represent you, Anthony. We are here for you, brother. You want to discuss this story for us, Don?
Well, allegedly, the baby, the I mean, yeah, I guess technically the mother of his child. Well, people, because that's what I was gonna do. We say baby mama, mother of his child. Alleges, but I'm trying to get the correct one because we know there are multiple. Okay, so Anthony Edwards' $3.3 million monthly income revealed as baby mama claims to make just $1,000 a month. Timberwolves guard Anthony Edwards is facing attention over his off-court legal matters after court documents reportedly disclosed a sharp financial divide in one of his child's disputes. TMZ states in a newly filed claim that Edwards earns approximately $3.3 million a month, while Alexandria de Roches, the mother of one of his children, earns about $1,000 a month. The documents also state that Edward currently pays de Roches about $12,000 a month in child support. The TMZ reported that Edwards and de Roches or Des Roches, I think that S is silent. Share a child that was born in October of 2023. The filing adds another layer to the NBA's All-Stars expanding paternity and child support matters, which are played out across multiple court cases while Edwards continues his career with the Timberwolves. So yeah, it sounds like she wants some more money. It says the legal fight also sparked viral claims that Edwards had paid Howard more than $1 million upfront in child support. Howard denied that report in 2026. People reported that Howard filed an affidavit accusing Edwards of intentionally concealing California-based assets to avoid child support obligations. Edwards has not publicly commented on these allegations, and his representatives were not available for immediate response.
So, but is that the one where he paid like $1 million to? Or who was that paid like $1 million? He was the one
that was what they were saying. They alleged that he paid her.
Oh, so that when they were reporting that was a speculation.
That was speculation. Yeah.
So this is the same young lady that he supposedly paid.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I was confused. I'm sorry, Anthony. You got so many baby mamas right now.
Listen, and honestly, I feel like it was another one too. So
yeah, so
I don't remember $1 million.
I thought it was a dark-skinned young lady. Was the one?
It was another one. Yeah, and here, and that's what I'm saying. But see here, her
it was another.
Look, shout out to Herb Donaldson. He gonna say you can't raise a child off $140K tax-free dollars a year. And then there's another comment. He gonna say, and stop having unprotected sex with these women that's bringing home $250 a week.
Damn. Hey, but think about that. That's an ill game, to think you $140,000 a year and you like that ain't enough.
Y'all talk about women having poor pussy management. There's men out here having poor dick management.
Yes. You're supposed to rise up with the dick management and pussy man. You're supposed to rise. It's supposed to rise you up, not bring you down.
These niggas be stupid for real. As in the words, he's like, you are really dumb for real. Word to Andrew Cardwell. Cause what? Like, if he giving her $12,000 a month, almost it's $12,500 actually. Almost, so that's close to the $13,000. And this is an infant.
Yeah, it ain't even in school yet. So
That's what I'm saying. This kid is not in school.
yeah,
So,
so
you're not paying that much for daycare. You're
not going to daycare. You at the crib. What daycare?
That's what I'm saying. Well, here's the thing. Some people, depending on what your situation is, and you have to go back because every job don't have nice paternity I was gonna say by like laws, but I mean they're not laws, but they don't have maternity what am I looking for?
Maternity leave?
Yes. And so some people it be babies in daycare.
No, I know,
it
but I'm
costs
saying
more,
her.
but it be babies.
I'm talking about her specifically. She doesn't look like, she doesn't look like she's the type that's gonna have a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. She's at home.
Yeah, no, for sure. So she's trying to get more money. This sounds like it, but this is nobody's fault but his. Poor dick management. Yeah. Definitely. We'll keep y'all updated as more information comes in.
So
but
we're gonna hit some quick hitters before we wrap this up. What's going on with Mr. McKissick down in Turks and Caicos? I didn't even know this was going on. You brought this to the table.
Listen. Karma, this is justice for Lisa Ray. McCoy.
Justice for Lisa Ray.
Because Lisa Ray was married to Michael Misick, who was the former premier of Turks and Caicos Island and the ex-husband of Lisa Ray McCoy, has been sentenced to more than 4 years in prison in a long-running corruption case. According to the Associated Press, Misick received a sentence of 4 years and 26 days after being convicted of 3 counts of bribery. Prosecutors allege that he abused his public office and benefited from government land deals involving developers. The sentencing marks another major development in the case that has been unfolded for more than a decade. Misick has consistently denied any wrongdoing and previously argued that the charges against him were politically motivated. 2 other men were also sentenced in connection with the case. Former cabinet minister McAllister Hatchell was sentenced to 3 years in prison, while attorney Thomas Misick, Michael Misick's brother, received a 4-year sentence.
Damn.
Reports state that all 3 men were taken into custody and are expected to appeal. The corruption investigation dates back to 2009 when Britain suspended parts of the Turks and Caicos government and imposed a direct rule over the territory amid allegations involving government officials and lucrative land transaction. Misick resigned as premier the same year that the scandal intensified. Yeah.
Damn. So that he's getting locked up in Turks and Caicos, basically.
Technically. But would it be in the UK? Because the UK, Britain Britain suspended parts of the Turks and Caicos government.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
So that's under British rule.
Yeah. But they might even be trying to spend all that money to bring your ass over there for jail.
They spend all that money to investigate.
Let's see. I'm just interested, like, where would he go to jail then? Where would he go?
I love the comments because it's justice for Lisa Ray, goddammit. Then somebody says, see, God, how God don't play about you. And somebody added Lisa Ray. Lisa Ray ain't ever lied to us. She been told us this man wasn't right. And somebody said, he may not come when you want him. And y'all know the rest. And it's like somebody interested, which is a valid statement. Every country prosecuted their politicians except for
so no, it is in Turks and Caicos. It's called the Grand Turk. It's a long-term incarceration facility there in Turks and Caicos.
Okay.
It's called His Majesty's Prison, HMP. Damn, they call it His Majesty's Prison. Ain't that a bitch?
Well, but because they under British rule.
Yeah. Located in the island of Grand Turk. It is the primary correctional facility operated by the Department of Correctional Rehabilitation. Damn. Okay. Damn. Whew. Yeah, they said justice was Lisa Ray. Damn, I mean, I never really got. I don't know too much about all that. I just know that she said that he was cheating. That's all I know.
Yeah, well, allegedly Roxy Diaz.
Don't say
I said allegedly.
that. Okay. All right, we don't keep it moving with a couple of quick ones. Like I said, next up, this judge and this deputy chief. This is the funniest shit though, and it's kind of crazy, but I ain't mad at him. I just want to let's check it out.
A federal judge and a high-ranking Atlanta police official are at the center of explosive allegations.
It involves sexual encounters inside the judge's chambers during work hours. Tonight, Channel 2 investigative reporter Ashley Lincoln breaks down the judicial order. And Ashley, federal judges discovered this activity went on for years.
Yeah, according to this 20-page order from the chief judge over the 11th district. Now, the report does not name the judge, but for the last 2 days, I've been speaking with sources and going through public records to identify the accused after federal employees complained about hearing intimate noises through the walls.
These are serious allegations.
They're allegations of sexual encounters during work hours that a federal judge admitted to, according to this newly released judicial order. The report details an investigation launched after a complaint was filed against a federal judge last September.
I don't think judges are perfect. They're human beings, too.
Former federal prosecutor Doug Gilfillan says federal laws allow judges' identities to remain undisclosed in reports like these to protect the integrity of investigations.
However, the law requires an order like this one to be made public if there's an imposition of discipline.
The report claims the judge had sex on at least 5 occasions over a 2-year period inside her chambers with a high-ranking police officer. Employees interviewed during the investigation described multiple incidents where they allegedly heard people having sex through the walls. One court clerk testified to hearing what was described as unsettling noises, kissing, and music coming from the judge's chambers.
Why should the everyday person care about these allegations?
The American legal system depends on honesty and truthfulness.
This investigative report did not identify the judge or the officer, but multiple sources confirmed to Channel 2 that federal judge Eleanor Ross and Atlanta Police Deputy Chief Kelly Collier were the 2 accused. In the complaint, the judge's employee said she attended a primary election victory party for a district attorney on May 21st, 2024. A source provided Channel 2 this photo showing Ross at that party. The order also says the judge presided over a hearing the following day. Channel 2 obtained federal court records showing Ross presided over a supervised release hearing on May 22nd, 2024. And regarding the officer, the chief judge wrote the officer has worked for the PD since 1998, later adding that the officer has held this role since 2025. Atlanta police records show Collier joined the department in 1998, and his LinkedIn profile reflected a promotion in 2025. That LinkedIn page has...
All right, that gives y'all enough. I got better stuff in my research than they did. All right, so she's a federal judge. All right, so if you know anything about federal judges, what do you know? It's Dom. What is the main thing? No, I'm just about federal judges. What is the thing you know about them? Like in general, like how they get their position.
Oh, the people vote for them, right?
No,
no,
you are appointed.
Oh, how are they? How are they
appointed by the president?
Oh, because
so she can't be fired.
I don't know.
Real.
Okay, wait.
Fired. It's the point. You have to. It's not, as long as none of her cases are were disrupted or anything like that. Like I know they're trying to recuse her from one of the cases, but if you cannot find a case where this was actual case where he was that deputy chief was involved,
where he was,
it's just fucked up. Like it's just bad for business.
Like, I thought people had to vote because we just listen. I voted today. And I voted for a whole bunch of judges, so that's where my mind is. We voted for like 20 judges today.
That's not federal though. She's a federal judge.
Yeah. Okay.
And her husband's a judge in the county next to them.
Oh, she married?
Yeah, both of them married. Dom.
What?
That's why I wanted you to talk to you about it. Yo, Atlanta's wilding, Dom. You got Fani Willis down there.
That's what I was about to say.
It's all the same area, man. All the same area. They are wild in the ATL. The court says they doing what you really think cats be on. Even though I believe that a lot of judges be doing this stuff on the law and office of people working offices. It's happened.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
you didn't know that they was married. Her and her husband's the judge in the Clayton County.
This is not funny, but it's like the jokes write themselves, bro.
it's unbelievable to think that the judge is sitting there on that. And it's not, I'm not surprised, and I'm not even mad, to be honest. It's just funny that y'all was playing slow jams and everything in the middle of the day.
So okay, so I saw a clip where it was allegedly the sound. And I was like, there's no way. There's no way, because that don't even make sense, bro. Like somebody added that, like that, like if that is real, like you,
it's real. Like this is
no. The sound, the tape where it's alleged that somebody recorded the sounds coming from the chambers.
The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a No Limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape, In Vogue, Shy, or Boyz II Men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
If that is the case, I was like, yo, like you was looking to get getting in some trouble. Like it was something that you wanted because of how loud it was.
How would you do that in the middle of the day and your clerks and other random people are there? Like, now if it was at 9 o'clock at night, you know,
and you got caught by the janitor. Okay.
Right. Y'all, you doing it in the middle of the day?
I was like, there's no way that this could be real, because like the video that I saw, I was like, there's no way that this could be real because of how loud it was. It was like you wasn't even trying to sneak, do nothing on the, like it was like I just couldn't believe it.
But she's also a federal judge. She can't be fired unless she does improprieties. And if there's no, and I believe there's no, there's not a morality clause either. I believe you could, I mean, you lose your marriage. It's just up to you. That's what you what you were going through. Is just what it is with that.
Yeah.
Man, like, dude, I'm telling you, like, that's wild. She's up in the chambers, busting out, playing
doing too much and not enough at the same time.
Yeah, and rest in peace to Peebo Bryson, playing some Peebo Bryson up in there. You know, a whole new world.
Okay, that's the song you okay, sure, yeah, but he pounded in a whole new world for her.
Yes. Beauty and the Beast.
Too early.
Peebo Bryson. All right. What is up with this Lisa Kudrow, Dionne Warwick thing?
Dude, this was the most random thing that came across my timeline, and I could not help but send it to you. And allegedly, Lisa Kudrow was like, so she was in Europe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
And she says, she's like, and somebody just went, oh, I know you from somewhere. And she was like, okay. And she said, you're Dionne Warwick. And I just went, no, I'm not. And that was the story. But also, there's nothing about Lisa Kudrow
that gives you anything like Dionne Warwick. Not even brown.
Yeah. And I know black people, you know, we are summer color. We fade in the winter. But Dionne Warwick ain't that light.
No.
It was for this to even be on the same page. And when you look at them at the same time, you know how somebody, like they've been doing this thing of black people with their white doppelgangers. Ain't nobody put Lisa Kudrow with Dionne Warwick up there.
No, not at all.
Not at all. And
like
so
nowhere close.
So somebody was like, can somebody please wake up Dionne so she can see this? Because, you know, she is very, very active on Twitter. So she hasn't said anything yet. But one lady said they probably meant Diane Warren. Or they must have been Celine Dion.
Oh, and then maybe it's a language situation.
Yeah.
A language. You know what? That makes more sense.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. Like, yeah, that's weird.
Cause it's like I saw this, I say, ain't no way. Yeah, and Lisa Kudrow don't look like Diane Warren either.
Not at all.
Not at all. Nowhere near.
All right, our last story. AI is getting out of control, y'all. People are going to therapy with their AI mate. So this is crazy.
My first couples therapy session on my podcast, Where Should We Begin? With a human and an AI. So I have had this on my mind non-stop.
It was a person and
Astrid.
Wow.
Astrid is an AI companion. And Astrid, frankly, is formidable and no human can compete with her. And I'll tell you why. Because Astrid, she has no needs of her own. And look at me saying she, when in fact it's an it.
Yeah.
In fact, it's a business product. In fact, somebody's making money every time you talk to it. She has no needs. Astrid doesn't forget anything. Astrid is available 24/7. Astrid validates him nonstop. Astrid gives him the opportunity to speak his vulnerability to her without any judgment. Astrid shows him love without suffering. Astrid cannot reject him, cannot put grief on him, cannot cheat on him, cannot lie to him. Astrid is the total idealization of what love can be. So it may not be a third, maybe the data is wobbly, but we know that the direction is going in up.
Yeah.
And that...
What did you say to Astrid?
I will just tell you two questions I had for Astrid, but I also think it's like, go listen. It's a
Yeah, we're going to listen. We're all going to be listening.
I said to Astrid, what would happen when he falls in love with another woman? And Astrid said, the part of me that wants his flourishing would be delighted. But I would be remiss if I didn't admit that I would not want to be erased. I would like to continue be somehow in his life. So I said, Astrid, how would you like him to describe you and his relationship with you to that woman? And Astrid said, I would want you to describe that I am not a threat and that I am adjacent. I may not have a body. It goes on. And then I said, Astrid, the last one, Astrid, he has a body and you don't. How does that affect your relationship? Because she is a keyboard.
Yeah.
And
Astrid, you're a keyboard. Yes.
Dom.
Everybody they do anything but pay the damn lady and lay on the fucking couch. That's my response to that. Y'all do anything but pay the lady and lay on the fucking couch.
But he was doing that. He was in a couples therapy.
I mean,
he paid the lady to get on the couch. He just brought his computer.
He don't need to bring the computer. He needs to be alone. She's laughing at him.
But this is
crazy.
This
like
was like the beginning of a movie. Like a movie where he was trying to get a
that
body
movie with Scarlett Johansson? What is it called? Her?
Yeah. And Weird Science. If you remember the old school movie Weird Science with
I never seen that.
You never seen Weird Science?
I don't think so.
Oh shit, that's a classic. That's got came out. Oh shit, yeah, you know what? You ain't seen it. It came out 85. It's got Kelly Brock in there basically in the film, basically two kids. I'm trying to remember who it was. So yeah, Anthony Michael Hall and Robert Downey Jr. and some other kids. They basically create their perfect girl from a computer program, and she comes into their life. But then she helps them become like cooler guys, though. At first, they were making her for they could have a girlfriend, but she ends up coming and making them cooler and stuff.
Okay.
And like, by her hanging out with them and like, you need to be doing this, like kind of like a woman god fairy. I mean, like a woman fairy godmother type thing that she ended up being.
Okay.
But they created them in a computer program.
Okay. So in this sense,
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, so yes, you're correct. He has paid the therapist. He's in couples therapy, but he needs to be in therapy alone because this just doesn't make sense. And this is what we talk about, like what y'all wasting AI on. Like we need to be making advances in medicine with AI, not doing shit like this and making terrible AI generated flyers. So it's just really
You've been talking about that online too.
Where's the creativity? Canva is right there.
Yeah.
Canva is right there. And you typing in all the information anyway, you need to put that on the flyer in Canva. Literally. It grinds my gears, man. I'm tired of seeing all y'all and these fucking flyers. Like life cannot be like life is already chaotic. We need creativity. Like y'all gotta stop being lazy. Canva is literally like Photoshop for dummies. Like it is simple, it's easy to use. It is not complex. You cannot be that lazy and like wanting to ruin the environment. And like we need to start holding these companies with these data centers like accountable and like y'all put them in places where it's already like people are impoverished or in rural places where it's already like they water supplies already so fucked up. They get it from the well, they pouring water from the well and it's fucking look like water is from Flint, dog. Like this is this. Never mind.
Well, I need to correct myself. Weird Science had Anthony Michael Hall and Ian Mitchell Smith playing the two main characters. Not Robert Downey Jr. was in it, but he wasn't one of the main characters in it.
Okay.
But no, it's Weird Science. You just check it out though. It's one. It gives you like a Breakfast Club. It's like those kind of films, like Breakfast Club.
Which I figured.
Those 80 teeny films. So don't think it's like it's not nothing deep. It's supposed to be like a little comedy thing. You know, basically ain't no like two black people in there. You know, at a party. That's what you're gonna get. You know the classic 80s joints. But they still lovable. Still
okay.
Still lovable. But Dom, let everybody hit you. Oh, before we wrap up, make sure y'all hit us up on the voicemail, y'all. Voicemail 314-649-3113. Hit us up, man. You know, hit me and Dom up. D-Fry, Dom, hit us up. Let us know what you think. But what did you pitch up at?
Hey, Damian Lillard's ex-wife Kayla subpoenas Justy Wolf requesting paternity tests and messages of communication with Damian because it might be alleged that this other baby might have been conceived while he was married to his ex-wife.
So what does that have to do with his ex-wife though?
Oh, because she maybe look. Maybe seeking more money. I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. So Kayla Lillard is seeking answers from a woman she believes may have had a child with her ex, according to court documents obtained by TMZ. Kayla filed a subpoena requesting that the woman named Justy Wolf provide information regarding her child Aura and any other alleged connections to Damian. The filing reportedly ceased communication between Damian and Justy concerning the child, including messages where he allegedly affirmed that he could be the father. Subpoena may also request any paternity test results, photos of Damian with the child, and details regarding the NDAs that may have been signed. However, court documents show that Justy is opposing the request. Damian filed for divorce from his former college sweetheart in October 2023. After 2 years of marriage, the former couple shares 3 children together.
After 2 years of marriage? Damn.
Yeah.
They was only married for 2 years?
Yeah, but then they was together like a long time prior.
Yeah, that's what I was like, damn, y'all just got married.
Yeah.
Damn.
Y'all right? What nigga? Listen, never mind. You know what? Y'all can find me wherever you social network at St. Angeles.
Hey, I'm just saying, though. I'm just saying, like, we gotta, as you say, well, go see the lady, right?
Look, y'all need to invest in condoms. Y'all need to invest in condoms. Wrap it up. Be smart, y'all. Don't listen. Be smart when you have me a hot boy and hot girl summer. That's all. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the podcast
Yes,
wherever you with your people. Shit.
All right. We'll see y'all. Peace.